G'day folks, I thought I'd visually show you how I make my thin sheets of Opals embossing enamels from a few previous posts. I start with a base of Vilene, which is stiffening, used in dressmaking, usually in pockets and collars and such. You can use the thin one, it can be bondable or non-bondable, and you can use the fatter one. More heavyweight, I should say, rather than fatter. You don't want it fat. There is a puffy one, don't get that one. Okay, I'll just show you on this piece what I do. I attach some fusible webbing to the base one. The fusible webbing is heat bondable on both sides, and I like using that because then when I peel off the backing paper I can attach tissue or material or anything else I want. You could of course just leave it plain if you want, but this is the way I usually like to do it. So I'll use the thicker one, fusible webbing, 2 sheets of non-stick baking paper. Iron is on a hot dry setting with no water in there. Just iron it down, it makes the fusible webbing melt and stick to the Vilene underneath. Then you peel off the backing paper and it exposes a bondable surface yet again. And here you can now attach your material or tissue, whatever, in the same manner as before, between your 2 sheets of parchment and iron. There you go, you have your surface ready to go. I always also like to use material, as I said, quite a lot. The chiffons and organzas with patterns on are quite pretty. You can again spray these if you like with spray washers or whatever you want. Either surface is really good. This one's much sturdier for books, the heavyweight one. The thin one often ends up with a transparent background. It's quite interesting as well. And from here, this is where I attach my Opals embossing enamels, and I do that by sprinkling them on. That one's empty. You could use a clear of course if you want to, it just depends on your own preference. Sprinkle it all over. Between your 2 sheets of parchment again, and iron. This melts the Opals embossing grains, enamel grains, and you can spread them out a bit with your iron as well when you see that they're starting to melt. Cool a little bit. Still got a bit there. Gently peel it up. There you go. From there, you let your imagination run wild. You can add bits of glitter, bits of foil, fantasy film, iron-on adhesive foil, any sort of thing you want to, really. And you can leave it matte-like, or you can hit it with a heat gun to make a shiny surface like I've done on this one. These are, of course, different types of material. That's a very thin one. That's a thicker one again. And these have just got the clear opals on them. And you can cut it, you can sew through it, you can do all sorts of fun things.